Thank you all for being here and being interested in this cause. And I'd like to welcome those who have never seen it to the Monahan Center, named after my husband, Jay Monahan. It opened in the spring of 2004. It sees about 3,000 patients every year, and I would like to think it's prevented a number of colon cancer cases and other gastrointestinal cancers, because we're really about prevention here. We're about treating the whole patient, not the disease, but also preventing this disease from happening. And every time I walk into this facility, it's such a moving experience for me, not only because it reminds me of Jay, but because I see what the extraordinary staff here is doing every day to serve New Yorkers. And there are amazing people that are providing comprehensive, compassionate, seamless care for cancer patients and their family. And they are the unsung heroes, in my opinion, of the country. Healthcare providers who do the kind of work they do, as well as the scientists who work tirelessly to try to come up with better diagnostic tools, treatment options, and prevention strategies for a whole host of cancers. And of course, my area of interest is, in particular, is colorectal cancer. Jay died, believe it or not, I can't even believe it, how time flies, 13 years ago from this disease. He was just 42 years old, and he struggled for 9 months and was so courageous and valiant and had so much dignity and grace and grit and humor. So obviously, this has affected me and my family in a profoundly personal way. I have since become sort of the nagging fishwife of colorectal cancer, urging people to get screened because, as many of you know, this disease is highly preventable. It has a better than 90% cure rate if it's detected early. It's an unusual cancer in that way because the colon kind of keeps it contained. And if you can catch it early when it's a precancerous polyp, even a cancerous polyp, or an early stage tumor before it's penetrated the colon wall, you can pretty much eradicate this disease. And that's why screening is so critically important. So I think that our main message here is make that call. I'm thrilled to be part of such a citywide alliance and so excited that so many people have kind of jumped on the colon bandwagon, if you will, and are a part of this effort because really it's the number 2 cancer killer of men and women in this country. But if you simply get screened, you know, the mortality rate drops dramatically. And we've seen it drop, in fact, in recent years because more people are complying with the screening guidelines. I told Mark I was due for my colonoscopy. I can't tell you I'm really psyched about it. But, you know, I realize some things in life you just have to do. You have a personal responsibility, not only to yourself, but to all the people who depend on you and rely on you. My parents recently had colonoscopies, and I said, you better get your colonoscopies. It would be so embarrassing for me if you guys were diagnosed with colon cancer. So I also want you to know, for those who haven't been screened, and I'm sure you have loved ones who just are a little bit hesitant about going through the screening process, it really isn't that bad. Just think of it as getting a colonic, you know, where a lot of people do that to get sort of a cleansing, if you will. So if you're 50 or older, or if you're younger than 50 and you have a first-line relative or any symptoms of colorectal cancer, which could be, I don't mean to get graphic here, but hey, why not? Unexplained weight loss, a change in your bowels, sort of a distended belly, sort of unexplained gas, and other things that just don't make you feel right. Of course, blood in your stools is a really telltale sign. And sometimes you won't have blood in your stools because it just won't be apparent. It could be sort of occult blood, right? Hidden blood. So you just have to be really kind of aware of your body and how you're feeling and how your body is behaving. If you have any questions at all, by all means, talk to your doctor. Make that call.